Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Rini, and today's video I'm going to recap Love After Lockup. I believe it's the third episode, and y'all, it's so much happening in this season. I tell you, these couples are crazy. They are wild, y'all. But we're gonna get right into it. So, yeah, y'all, we're gonna start off by talking about Taylor and Chance. As y'all know from the last episode, she went and picked him up from jail. Okay, he got all in the car, they all happy and stuff. And on the way back home, they started talking about, her twin sister staying there and, how he's got to figure out an adjustment because, he needs privacy and he feels like she's going to be in the way. And then when he did his interview with the people as far as on the show, he gonna have a nerve to say, because I gotta say so in this because it's my house too, and I'm gonna have to, be able to just make some, decisions as it comes to the house. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Your behind been locked up all this time. That's her house, okay, where she pays the bills and her sister helps her, and you think you're just gonna get out of jail and just go there and just control everything? I think you're in for a rude awakening. So anyways, they get to the house. He meets her twin sister. She gets up and introduces herself as the evil twin. And then he, introduces himself and be like, yeah, I appreciate you being here, helping out Tyler the way you've been helping her out. And, I appreciate all that. Like, who are you? Who are you? You've been in jail all this time. I'm just tripping. So then he goes on and he meets her kids. And that's just a sore spot for me. But anyway, he meets her kids. They jumping all up over him. Chance. One little big happy little family. I don't know. These women just be so free and so easy to let these men around their kids, especially their little girls, around these kids, and just try to be like a little family singing Kumbaya. You've been in jail. That's not... Y'all. Rick and Radine. As y'all know, Rick is the older biker guy. That's way older than this young lady, and he's so excited about her getting out. He making plans and everything. He didn't already went to meet the parents, as y'all know from the last episode, and got his little bubble busted when the father told him that Radine was coming to be paroled to his home. Well, anyways, he goes to pick her up and everything, and they meet, and she embraces him and hugs him. He's all happy and everything. So they sit in the car, they do a little bit of hugging and kissing or whatever. So her phone rings. And it's this lady on the phone. And she's like, okay, love you and all this other stuff. And that's her girlfriend that he, was told about by her that, she's seeing and that she's not going anywhere. So he got it in his mind that they can be like a little threesome thing. But he doesn't know how this is going to work because he has plans of marriage, kids, and all this stuff with this girl. But she done straight up told him, look, this is my girl. She not going nowhere. We together. And, we just want to figure this out. And she said, we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. So she running this thing. And she basically said during her interview, too, that she's the type of person that she likes to be like, I ain't gonna say in trouble, but she don't like living a boring life. She like being a bad girl, basically. So hopefully she can keep herself together enough to not find herself going back to jail. So anyways, they travel on to her father's house, and she goes sees her parents for the first time in so long. And guess who calls? Her girlfriend. Her girlfriend calls. Rick is in there talking to her father and everything. So she goes in there on FaceTime and the father's like, oh, hey, pretty lady. Like they're cool with it. Like they've been knowing about it. But he's like, wait, what? I didn't know that the family knew about this relationship. They never told me. That's interesting. That's something I'm going to have to look into. Look into what? Number one, the girl is basically wearing the pants in this relationship. So I don't know what you're going to do that you think you're going to get her to change her mind or try to read the parents for not telling you. Boy, bye. Kevin and Tiffany. This is far by the most tripped out situation on this season, which is making it to be the more interesting one to me. So Kevin and Tiffany. So she's getting ready to get released. Okay. So they've been talking on the phone and he's like, it got postponed at one point because she got into some trouble. So now she got a new release date. So now come to find out, he's calling her and talking to her. Well, she's calling him and talking to him, and he's like, I want to come pick you up still. I made these plans. I'm already like kind of in the area. And she on the phone, hemming and hawing, like, well, I don't know. I'll call you back, and hangs the phone up. So he like, wait, what? I can't pick you up? Like, what's going on? What's really going on? So then she's gonna get released, and so he wants to pick her up. So anyways, he's talking to his boy about it. And his boy like, something don't seem right. He's like, well, I know she was dating this dude, before she went in. Maybe he gonna be the one that's picking her up, but I got to go and really find out what's going on. So his boy encouraged him to go and still go, even though she doesn't want him to pick him up, to still go and pick him up. Y'all, then they gonna show this segment with this other dude that's her ex that she been talking to, and he's picking her up. And it's like the way he was talking, they're in a relationship. So he being played all the way around. So it's going to be interesting to see when he goes to pick him up and he see this other dude picking up his girl. She played him. She basically played them both, because the ex-boyfriend probably don't even know that she's still talking to this other dude. And her current boyfriend, who thought he was her boyfriend, don't even know that she got another dude. I mean, this is just crazy. So she playing them, y'all. So y'all, Lacey and Antoine. As y'all know, Lacey is dating her friend's son, Antoine, who was incarcerated. He's much younger than her. And she felt that ever since they've been dating, that the mom, which is her friend, has had an issue with their relationship, which I can understand the mom having a problem with Lacey's relationship with her son, because they were friends, and then her son is her son. That's her baby, even though he's a grown man. But now you dating my son. So she feeling some kind of way. Lacey seems to think that the mom is upset, her friend is upset, because she's going to take her son away from her. He paying more attention to her, whatever the situation may be. So they decide to meet up for dinner. They go meet up for dinner. And when Lacey gets there, she notices that her friend is, has some drinks. And when she get to drinking, she get being cray-cray. So they're trying to have a civilized conversation. So the mom just pops off, goes off, takes her shirt off, goes off. Look, what's really the deal? What's going on? Where do you see this going? And all this other stuff with her son as she taking her sips of vodka. Lacey's like, well, I see it going like this. We're going to live together. We're going to be a couple. We are together. And so she just started going off saying, you don't know my son. He's a jerk. He's this, he's that, da, 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 da. He's coming to be home with his mama, da, 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 da. So she gets up and she was like, you're not going to talk to me like no child, because I'm a grown woman. So she left. I don't know what's going to be the outcome of that, but she left. Y'all, that's a boring one. I don't know, y'all. Kyla and Martell. Kyla is the young lady that put her life on hold for 13 years from Montel, okay, who's been incarcerated. She moved from the East Coast all the way, I think, Atlanta, to be with him, okay? So she put her life on hold. His request, as y'all know, was for her not to sleep with nobody. So she got a little secret. She done slept with somebody. Anyway, so she picks him up. They all hugging or whatever. They go to the hotel. They do what they do. So now she's taking him back to the halfway house. So on the way to the halfway house, he's getting all these phone calls. His boys calling him because they didn't all heard that he out. So she trying to do some bonding time in the car with him, but he keep getting these phone calls, and he like really all into his phone calls, not really into her. So she feeling some kind of way. So every time they get into a conversation, boom, his phone ringing. All his boys, calling. So there's one particular time, the phone rang. Child, it was not no guy, it was a girl. So she like heard the girl voice and heard the girl name that he called her, addressed her to, and she was like, oh no, put it on speaker. He like, that's not necessary. Basically, shut her right on down. I'm not putting it on speaker. I'm basically talking in front of you. You can hear what we're saying, so I'm not putting it on no speaker. So he basically saying that it's a lot about him that she don't know. I mean, there's some things about her that he don't know. So we're going to see how this one work out. I mean, y'all women should know when a man get fresh out of jail, I don't care how long you've been holding him down, he like want to like sow his royal oak, so to speak. He want to go around and just see what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because he been locked up. Yeah, he appreciate you while you was holding him down, as he appreciate other women too. While you was holding him down too. So you ain't the only one. So now that he out, he want to do what he got to do. So girl, I don't know, but that's another whole situation. Indian Harry, y'all. Indian Harry. So we pick up from last week. Indy and Harry went to stay to a hotel because Harry got into a big argument with his sister about the disrespect that she felt that he did when he got out. And they had a little family thing planned and had dinner and all that. And he chose to just do what he do. Didn't get back to the house until 3 o'clock in the morning. His other family members left, so they was all in their feeling some kind of way. So he gets there, and Indy trying to explain to him, basically on the way there, be nice. You owe her an apology. Blase, blase. I guess he's just trying to save it because she knows she needs some place to stay. So they get there. She starts off by apologizing to the sister, saying that I could have did this. I could have reached out to you and told you this is what was going on. I apologize. Then she's going to say, so can I still stay here? So the sister was like, yeah, you can stay here, but I feel like before he does, we got to have a conversation. So she leaves, and him and the sister get to talking, and then they gets heated. They get into an argument or whatever. I guess they come to some type of understanding because basically he's paroled to her house. He's paroled to her house, so he has no choice. So that's where he got to be. So they got to try to find a medium ground. So anyways, moving right along, he decides he wants to go visit one of his friends that was in the halfway house with him. Now, this guy that was in the halfway house with him seems to be doing a little bit better than him. Granted, he just got out, so, he still got time to establish himself. So his boy, he got his own place, he got a job and everything. So, and he drops him off, and she basically would tell him, don't be trying to talk to no hoes and all this other stuff. So, anyways, Harry gets down there and talking with his friend and everything, and his friend asks him, how your relationship going and everything, and he pretty much was like, man, I want to run. I love Indy and all that, but, basically what I got from what he's saying is he felt like he like on lockdown or whatever. He don't like the fact that the daughter calling him Papa Daddy or some junk. What she call him, Papa Daddy. I can tell that he ain't like that because he was like, she calling me Papa Daddy, and his friend was like, yo, that's a lot of pressure. And it is, and she shouldn't have her baby calling him no Papa nothing. She should have him calling Mr. something. I don't know. But I just got an issue with that. But anyways, he opened it to his friend and just basically told his friend, while he loves Indy, he doesn't really want to be tied down in no relationship like that. He don't. So y'all, that's it. Those are my summaries and my thoughts on this episode of Love After Lockup. Like I said, these couples on here are very entertaining, y'all. And sometimes hard to believe that these are the situations that they're in, but I will be back the next time with episode 4, I believe, is coming up. I think it'll be episode 4. And we'll talk about that. And y'all know how we do it. I'll see y'all at the next video. Bye.